The power they fear. Emotional detachment. People think emotional detachment begins with coldness. It doesn't. It begins with disappointment repeated too many times. You trusted. You explained yourself. You stayed loyal longer than you should have. And eventually, something inside you became exhausted. Not angry. Exhausted. That is the moment everything changes. Because the emotionally reactive version of you starts disappearing. Slowly. You stop arguing to be understood. You stop chasing people who enjoy misunderstanding you. You stop explaining your intentions to people committed to doubting them. And suddenly, others begin calling you distant, cold, different. But what truly unsettles them is not your silence. It is your independence from emotional control. Most people are emotionally predictable. Their reactions can be triggered. Their mood can be manipulated. Their peace can be disturbed with a few carefully chosen words. And because of that, they are easy to influence, easy to control. But emotional detachment interrupts the pattern. You stop reacting instantly. You stop giving people access to your emotional center. You begin observing more than responding. That shift changes everything. Because calmness under pressure creates psychological power. People expect emotion. They expect anger. They expect visible pain. And when they cannot provoke those reactions, uncertainty begins. That uncertainty is what people fear. Not you, your control. There is something deeply unsettling about a person who remains composed while everyone else becomes emotional. Because emotional people reveal themselves. Their anger exposes attachment. Their desperation exposes dependency. Their reactions expose weakness. But the emotionally detached person becomes difficult to read. And difficult to read people create tension in unstable environments. This is why silence often intimidates insecure minds. People project onto what they cannot understand. Some will call you arrogant, others will call you emotionless. But they are confusing emotional discipline with emptiness. Real emotional detachment is not the absence of feeling. It is the refusal to let feelings control behavior. You still feel betrayal. You still feel disappointment. You still feel loneliness. But those emotions no longer own you. That is the difference. Weak people obey emotion. Powerful people observe it. And once you begin observing your emotions instead of becoming them, your entire presence changes. You become slower to anger, harder to manipulate, more difficult to pressure. You stop needing immediate validation. You stop collapsing every time someone withdraws affection. You stop shrinking yourself just to maintain temporary peace. That transformation makes people uncomfortable, especially the ones who benefited from the old version of you. Because emotionally detached people cannot be controlled through guilt as easily. They cannot be guided by approval as easily. They cannot be emotionally cornered as easily. And in a world built on emotional reaction, that becomes dangerous power. But emotional detachment comes with a warning. If taken too far, it becomes isolation, not peace. There is a difference between protecting your energy and disconnecting from your humanity. Some people detach because they evolved. Others detach because they are wounded. One creates clarity, the other creates emptiness. Wisdom is knowing the difference. True power is not becoming emotionless. True power is remaining emotionally aware without becoming emotionally enslaved. That is mastery. The ability to feel deeply without losing control of yourself. The ability to stay calm while chaos searches for your reaction. The ability to walk away from what disturbs your peace without needing revenge. And once a person reaches that level of emotional discipline, something irreversible happens. They stop fearing rejection. They stop fearing absence. They stop fearing disapproval. Because their stability no longer depends entirely on the outside world. And when a person no longer needs external validation to feel whole, they become very difficult to break.